Hello, everyone. Today I'd like to speak about the power within you to say yes, the power to make a change, the power to make an exception and to accept things that you normally would not be able to, that you normally would not want to, because we are wired a certain way and we have certain desires and wants and needs and expectations, but sometimes those are not what we need. Those are not what's going to be in our best interest, and those are not going to yield us the result that we want long term. And so what we need to do is recognize what those hurdles are, what those limitations are, what those challenges and different things that are in our way from being able to accept and to say yes, to be able to move forward in a way that makes us comfortable. So whether it is that you're looking for a new job and you're negotiating a contract, or if you're looking to venture into a new business, or you want to do something on the side, or you're negotiating a new agreement with someone, or you're looking for your next love interest, or you're reevaluating a friendship, never, ever, ever close the door and bolt it and put things in front of it and burn those bridges that you can never go back to and overcome and go across. Because once they're gone, they're gone. Once that boat has sailed, it's going to be a very long swim in order to reach it again. So what you need to do is you need to understand why those things are there for you to be challenged. Every challenge brings with it a new reason to learn something. Every challenge brings with it a new opportunity for growth. When you're uncomfortable with something, it forces you. It really forces you to either shirk back and wonder, what if, and then live with that for the rest of your life, or to look inside yourself and say, why not? Why not go for it? If all the pieces of the puzzle are there and there's only one missing, then I'll build that piece to make it fit. If maybe you have that piece, but it's not exactly fitting the way you want it to, it's not a smooth finish, then shave off a little here and a little there in order to make it work. But it's up to you to recognize why it's there. Maybe you need to make a change within yourself in order to accept what's going on. Maybe you need to understand that if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, and the result is not what you want it to be, then maybe that expectation needs to be altered. Maybe that reasoning needs to be rethought. It's just within you. The power is all here. It's all inside of you to think about why it is that you keep going through the same thing, that you keep coming up against the same troubles and against the same problems, and what you need to do in order to overcome them. You can put a group of people, the same group of people, in the same course, the same room, the same training session, the same conference, and give them the material. And those people will learn the basics and the fundamentals of what is being taught, but the takeaway, what they gain from it, is completely different, because every person comes with their own background, with their own life experiences and their own way of thinking and their own set of ideas, and what they apply the information to comes out differently. Right? Their creativity is always different, so the outcome is different. That's why you have people who go to school in the same place and take the same courses and have the same teachers and all become different, things and go into different professions, because not everyone is suited for the same thing, and not all information is processed in the same way. So building on that, you need to recognize what it is that your lesson needs to be, what it is that you need to take away from it. It's just like going to an ice cream parlor with your friends, and everyone gets the same ice cream flavor, but you all pick different toppings. So one person puts, candy, one person puts chocolate, one person puts fruit, and everyone has a different flavor. Everyone has a different taste. It's the same thing with your life. You're not always going to mesh perfectly with the next person sitting there. You're not always going to have the same goals and expectations as your colleagues, as your superiors, and you're not always going to have the same outlook as your partner in life, or your friend, right? Sometimes, the opposites are what balance each other out, right? You don't have to be polar opposites, obviously. You do have to at least mesh in some areas, but you also don't have to be the same person. You don't have to be exactly the same. You don't have to have everything work seamlessly and perfectly in order to make it work. You need to find a way to create that balance, that harmony, and be able to live with it. Because you can ask yourself, it's easier to say, what if it doesn't work? And have all the reasons to say no. But then ask yourself the question, give yourself the opportunity to actually wonder, what if it does work? What if it does work? What happens? And picture those two scenarios. Would you be happier with the outcome of what if it doesn't work? And then you're leaving it, you're letting it die, you're moving on, you don't know what's going to happen in the next phase. Or you're looking at the scenario of what if it does work? What would you gain by having this in your life? What would you gain by saying yes to this opportunity, by taking that job, by agreeing to that business proposal, by taking the leap of faith on a love interest, and by working on saving your friendship, right? What if it does work? It's much easier to say what if it doesn't and let it go. But what if it does? So give yourself the opportunity, give yourself the freedom, give yourself the chance to be happy. So when you have all the reasons in the world to smile, and then that one little thing is causing you not to, don't focus on it. Don't focus on the negativity. Take it and make it work. Turn that frown upside down and find a way to make it fit within your happiness, to make it work within your life. Because when we are pursuing the wrong things, when we are going down the wrong path, the universe has a way of redirecting us. The universe has a way of putting us back on track, or at least putting us on the next track that's going to get us to the destination that we need to be at. Because sometimes what we want for ourselves is not what we need. And so we need a little bit of help in order to recognize that. So again, the power is within you to be happy. The power is within you to accept change. The power is within you to seek those moments, those challenges, those hardships in order to gain a lesson, in order to learn what you need to learn, and in order to be a much happier version of where you are right now. So with those thoughts, I'm going to leave you, and I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day, and we'll see you next time.